Okay, yes, Nashville is popular. It's a lovely place. Yes. So we will definitely be visiting Nashville again, I'm sure. And we drove there from New Jersey. So
you guys make some great coffee too. We went to the district.
The district, what was that?
It's called the district for coffee.
Okay. Yep. He's the coffee head. I don't even remember.
Met some people from New
right.
Zealand.
Yes, New Zealanders. Yep. Where are the marriedpreneur couple actually runs the coffee spot that we went to in Nashville, straight out of down under. So
what's up, marriage guy? We're going to be in the Charleston-ish area. Oh, you guys are in Houston.
You're in Houston.
That's awesome. I got a sister in Houston. Love Houston.
Okay, yes. We used to, I don't know if y'all know, we were in Dallas for like 18 years.
Yep.
So that was amazing. We did a road trip from, hey, Sinead, our Dallas sister, so we did a road trip from New Jersey to Texas, and we took our time. We did it over like 3 days, and it was literally amazing. Oh, we have some Charlestonians in the house. Oh, wow. Yes, this is crazy. Yes, so that's what we're going to be for a little bit over the next few days. Hey, fam, out of Chi-Town.
I'm going to answer your question. No, we were not stopping, passing through, though we kind of were, but we actually spent the night and stayed in Nashville. So
we found a great Airbnb in Nashville. Awesome Airbnb. We were like, we need to invest. Nashville, oh my, it's really on and popping. Yes. So we were definitely passing through, and we'll be coming through again, Lord willing, in the new year, next year. So that actually ties right into
I see you.
Oh, your family from Chicago. I feel like we're like all over the place, different people from different places, which is awesome. Hey, fam. So what we wanted to share with y'all before going out, Nashville is blowing up.
It is blowing up. That's for real.
That absolutely is. You're absolutely right about that. I can tell. I could feel it. You know, like when you're driving through a place, we're like, there's something, there's a buzz going on here, and it's right there in Nashville for sure. And so this is so cool. This is like our last time doing a live and doing a legacy lesson for this year, and we get to like meet you all and share and hear more about where you all are from and what you're doing. And then as we prepare for the new year, we'll be shutting down tomorrow. This is going to be quite interesting. We're like totally shutting down and until the new year. So y'all pray for us, okay? We're gonna work on practicing what we preach, as far as taking that downtime and really spending time with family and focused and present, all that good stuff. So that's happening starting, tomorrow will be our last day here, but we wanted to make sure we came in and shared something with you that we have not really started implementing until this year when we did our annual legacy meeting. Yep. If you all have never done a Marriedpreneur annual legacy meeting, let me tell you, it is amazing. That means you're just working too hard if you haven't done one. Like it's a lot going on, a lot of moving pieces, and the annual legacy meeting, it just puts you on the same page for the year and for even the next decade and all that. But if you haven't done that and you don't even know like where to start with that, we did do an episode on the Marriedpreneur Life podcast. I think that's the last episode we did. So you can go to whatever platform you listen to for podcasts. And we did a 3-part series actually on that. I think that's going to be amazing for you all. But something that we didn't talk about on there because we hadn't done it yet is implementing something that we call the MEP, M-E-P, MEP, which is the Marriage Enrichment Plan. Whew, y'all, because this past year, I think between my business, between his business, and then our business together, and then ministry, not even, like just adding everything to the whole pot. It can be super challenging to not put your marriage on the back burner. And so what we found out, what really helps us is to have a plan in place for the year. Like, you know how you plan your business, you have your annual business meetings, and you plan your business. Why not plan your marriage as well too? Like, why not plan out the times and the ways that you all are going to grow in your marriage and really honor those times, honor that time together. Yes, the MEP sounds good, right? So cool. I was like, this just makes total sense. So we want to share a little bit about that, what it is and what it's done for us, and then how you all could implement that too. If that's something that you haven't done yet, this is the perfect time to do it, preparing for the new year.
Yeah. So just run the letters backwards. It's a plan to enrich your marriage. And so the things or let me say it this way. The beauty of it is that it helps you to focus, as you just said, on enriching your marriage and thinking about ways to enrich your marriage. So that plan is designed so that business and all those other things that have their place and are important too, does not take precedence over your marriage. And it's not just about merely spending time together or planning to spend time together. And I want to say that because we don't want to discount or oversimplify, but it's really time for us to grow or enrich our marriage. And so that's what it is.
Yeah. And I think this is important too. Like every marriage is different, right? And every marriage is not in the same place. And so something that we use before even diving into the MEP is our Marriedpreneur vision statement. So creating this vision statement for your marriage and your business has been so critical for us, really like the plumb line. So we really look at like, what are the 3 words that we would want to use to describe where we want our marriage, like what we want it to be. And as we, work to grow into that direction, same example for the business, do that same exercise with the business. And then we come up with something we call the Marriedpreneur vision statement. Okay, in your Marriedpreneur vision statement, that's going to speak of your ideal marriage as well as your ideal business as well. This is like what you're growing and going toward. Now, when you have that place and you're clear, you're both on the same page, then you can take that as the goal, right? And then to say, okay, well, what are the things that we want to work on in our marriage that's going to get us to this place, or either maybe we're already there, that's going to keep us in this place. It's going to reinforce this. So once you're clear on that, you're able to intentionally set things in place that are strategic and according to where you all need to go in your marriage and what you need to do in your marriage for the year. And so we like to set like quarterly things that are going to grow our marriage. So one of the things that we said we're going to focus on, we usually do 3 main initiatives for the marriage and then 3 main initiatives for the business. But with that has different goals and tasks and all that. But let's just say for ours, we really want to work on communication, being stronger in that. We really want to work on having more fun in our marriage as well too. So that for us means, well, what does healthy communication mean? And then what are some tools that we can use, if that's purchasing books, if that's going to communication events,
seminars, workshops.
Yeah. And having fun. Like, well, what does fun look like for us? Which may not be the same fun, for another couple.
Jumping out of an airplane.
We're not jumping out of planes.
Kayaking.
I may kayak, but we're not going to jump out of planes. Not right now. That's just not, that we're not going to do that. So that's the other thing. So you have to get on the same thing.
Even about your fun.
He just did that to like poke at me because he knows I'm like, that's not really fun to me. That's kind of like on the other side of the spectrum. But, we'll see. We can get in the middle and do, what is the skydiving thing I took you to?
Yeah.
The indoor skydiving.
I fly.
I fly. That's a happy medium, I think. Right? There's an instructor.
It was a happy medium.
And, you only go but so high. And anyway, maybe we'll do that a couple times this year. Right? It's a controlled environment. So like for you all, for whatever it is that you all are working on, what does that need to look like? And what are some things that you can put in place to support that as you all are growing? And so this MEP is really the priority before the business, before anything else that you all do. So as you build out your MEP for the year, oh, husband, can you get do you want to get the thing off the wall so you can show them?
Sure.
He's going to get the outline for you that we use so you can see it. So you put these as the pillars. And then when you go through and building your business for the year or planning that out for the year, everything else has to bow to the marriage. It just has to bow, right? So you're like, oh, we're going to do this in business, or we're going to do this event, or we're going to go to this coaching. Like, wait, what do we have in place? Is there already something going on within the marriage? And so this really is more than just talking about having the marriage as the priority. It's about being the priority. And so the yellow ones at the top, that's what we filled in first. That's for our marriage. Okay. And so everything else underneath that will be the business, and then together, his business, my business together. But just having that top one first, it's like the order matters. Having that one first and then building the business around those marriage priorities, y'all, it's a game changer. It just clarifies things. It keeps us on the same page. And then when opportunities arise, we can go back to our Marriedpreneur vision and say, is this what we said our ideal marriage and for our ideal business? Does it make sense? Is it in alignment? It makes making decisions so much easier together. Really.
Yep.
It makes it like a no-brainer.
It does. So that was the what, right? Now we're going to share with you guys the why. This is why this is also important, because everything that can rob from the time, rob from the quality of your marriage, compete with, distract even, those things that are so important to you guys enriching your marriage, it will. Yeah. The reason why we do this is so that, I mean, there's several reasons, but in overall, it helps us to make quality decisions about everything else. So in other words, we don't negotiate the pillars, we negotiate around the pillars. The pillars are those fixed things that we deemed as priority, as premium, as important to our marriage, and then everything else has to be negotiated around that, rather than us negotiating our marriage around all those other things. So this really helps to keep us focused. It helps us to be disciplined, and it actually ups our quality decisions throughout the year. For business. Especially for, even for business as well. So everything, in other words, when we get approached and there's so many opportunities for this or for that, and a lot of things will seem good, but they're really not going to be beneficial. And even if we decide to move something, at least we know what it is we're moving, and we understand the ramifications of that decision. So it's really about helping us to make quality decisions, to have a more quality marriage as we build out our legacy in a very quality way.
Yeah, I think you summed that up. So let us know, though, y'all, before we head out, if you have any questions with that. We're more than happy to answer them here while we're here, and to help you all. This is the perfect time. Right now, you may say, okay, what if we didn't do one yet? It's fine, totally fine. Do it now, like sit down and go through like what you all want your marriage to look like overall, and then keep it so it's not cluttered. Like, you don't want to try to do something every weekend, or if that's not your capacity, or every day even, just like look at what your capacity is and then focus in on that. And so one of the things that we planned on doing this upcoming year is attending for our marriage enrichment, is attending like in-person marriage retreats or marriage conference, that type of thing. So then we are now planning for that. And then when we started planning, so many came up when we Googled it, and like looking around at other ones that we went to this past year, we're like, wow, there's so many. We can't go and attend all of them. It's just not going to be feasible. Yeah, it would be burned out. We're like, I'm over it, right? So we're going to pick like 2, maybe 3 at the most this year to go and attend. And making sure that there's enough white space, room in between each of them, so we can like spread them out for the year. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
absolutely. I just saw a question. Mm-hmm. You were asking what's the name of this whiteboard?
Oh, the name. Okay, so what we're talking about today is the MEP now, which is the Marriedpreneur Enrichment Plan.
This is a tool.
Now, this is a tool to put. This is for we use this board when we work with our clients, and we walk them through something we call the Marriedpreneur operating systems. So within the operating systems is your annual legacy plan, which we talk about on the podcast. You all can do your annual legacy plan. Inside of the annual legacy plan is I got tape stuck to my arm. Is this, which is called really our Family Empire Success Planner. And so up here at the top, I'll put this part so you can see. It says like the marriage goals, husband and spouse, husband projects, couples projects, and then the wife's projects. So that lets us know and helps us to not overlap all of the different projects that we have going on, so we can,
or overwhelm.
Yeah, that too. They kind of go hand in hand. So hopefully that is helpful for you. But you can we actually, the first time we did this several years ago, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Is we rigged it. Like, we got some, show us, husband. We got 4 of these. You got to put it in the camera. We got 4 of these. These are
I just pulled this straight out of the printer.
Printer paper. That's how we
And
started.
we got Scotch tape.
Yeah, we got Scotch tape and put them together, and that's how we did the template. We didn't know that 10 years later we were going to be teaching other married entrepreneurs to like how to build it out together. And now it's a legit thing that we have a printer who does all this and puts it all together and all that stuff for us. And so we have a box that we send out to our couples when they get started with this, and we walk them through that process, because that is necessary to have a plan, have clarity, to be on the same page and know what you're going to do, what you're not going to do, so you are able to accelerate and really make the most out of the time that we have. And that's our goal, to make the most out of the time that we have and not end up exhausted and frustrated at the end of the day, but to really feel fulfilled, even though you may be a bit tired, but be fulfilled in the work that we do. So this right here, this tool has been amazing in helping us to stay on board with that. So hopefully that's helpful for you all as you all are building it out, building out your MEP, your marriage enrichment plan. Was there anything else? I think we went over the when, how to do it, the why, the what.
Yep, I think that was it.
That's everything. Yeah. So we would say, hopefully this has been helpful. Like I said, if you haven't done a annual legacy plan, look at the last 3 episodes on the Marriedpreneur Life podcast, which is on every listening platform. That's going to give some great insight to get you started. If you all are building out a business within your marriage, or one of you is, building the business, or your spousepreneur is while the other spouse is supporting, or if you're doing it together, or if you're transitioning, or any of those things, we have a great resource too. I'm trying to see, I think it's still on the website because it's for 2021. I know we're taking some things down for the year, but you can DM us if you want. We can send you our Marriedpreneur checklist. And then that way you all can go through that. It's really about building a legacy together in business and marriage, and really making wise decisions as you're moving forward together. So let us know. You can just shoot us a DM, or we will save this. And for those on IG, and you can just say like, put systems in the DM or in the comments, and we'll get it to you before we log off tomorrow. If you are watching the replay and we are logged off, we will get it to you when we get back next year. But if you put that on the replay, what will happen is we'll be able to see it. I know if you put it in now, it won't save it. So so glad this is helpful for you. That's amazing idea. I can see the teaching. This married young adults that are oh yes. Married young adults. We have so many. We have a lot of millennial couples that we've been working with, and we've recently started getting couples who are not even married yet, but we're like, you need to make the commitment, but they're engaged. Couples. They're engaged couples. So yes, it makes a huge difference to build that out. So yes, please do DM us. You all have an amazing rest of your day and
an amazing rest of your week.
An amazing Merry Christmas.
That's right. That's right.
And amazing New Year. We'll be signing off tomorrow, and look forward to what the new year, what awaits us in the new year. We know God is faithful. He's good, and He's already there. Amen for that. So, all right, y'all have a good one. Okay, God bless.